Apple has finally announced two new iPads, the 11th generation iPad and the new M3 iPad Air. So without any further ado, let's go into those details right now. All right, so this seems like to be a very simple press release, no big video or anything like that. So the headline here is Apple introduces iPad Air with powerful M3 chip and new Magic Keyboard. Okay, quite excited about that. Now what's interesting is if you look at the image, it's the same wallpaper that we saw last year. Like this literally looks like they just took the same graphic and promotional items from last year's M2 iPad Air and then just dropped it here. So I wish they introduced new colors or something like that, but we'll see all the details right now. All right, so Apple today introduced a faster, more powerful iPad Air with the M3 chip. And once again, we were expecting the M3 chip, but then again, the M2 chip on the iPad Air was no slouch. So it won't be a huge upgrade, I feel like, for most people who bought an M2 iPad Air. It says that it's nearly 2 times faster compared to the iPad Air with the M1 and up to 3.5 times faster than the iPad Air with the A14 Bionic. All right, so what's interesting here is that they're not even comparing the new M3 chip to the M2 chip, probably because it's not that much faster or better. Let's see what else. Available in 2 sizes and 4 gorgeous finishes that users love. The 11-inch is super portable and the 13-inch provides a larger display. I had no idea. All right, so let's see. Designed for iPad Air, the new Magic Keyboard enhances its versatility and delivers more capabilities at a lower price. With iPadOS 18, you get Apple Intelligence, advanced cameras, fast wireless 5G connectivity and compatibility with Apple Pencil Pro and the USB-C Apple Pencil. Same starting price of $599 for the 11-inch and $799 for the 13-inch. So the iPad Air is a fantastic value. I agree. The 11-inch iPad Air starts at just $549 and 13-inch starts at $749 for education. Okay, that makes sense. You can also pre-order the new iPad Air with the M3 chip and the Magic Keyboard for iPad Air starting today, and they'll be available from next Wednesday, March 12th. All right, let's just see the new keyboard. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so based on the image that I'm seeing here, it literally looks like they took some parts of the previous Magic Keyboard for the iPad Air and some parts of the new keyboard for the iPad Pro and kind of brought it together, because you see that new hinge, and that new hinge was only for the M4 iPad Pro. So this one has it. So I mean, I'm not really seeing any other differences, but we'll read about that in a second. All right, so they give you more details about the performance that you can expect with the M3 chip. Once again, I don't think that you're going to see a big difference from the M2 chip. And once again, on here, they're only really comparing it to the M1. See, right here, there's no mention of the M2 chip at all. And I've talked about this in my previous videos when I would go over rumors that the M2 iPad Air is fantastic. So if you purchase one of those, you're not going to tell a difference. You're not going to be able to tell a difference at all. All right, the faster neural engine in M3 means iPad Air users can enjoy even more AI capabilities in iPadOS. Once again, I don't think these are things that people are complaining about at all with the M2 iPad Air. But once again, if you have the M1 iPad Air or older, this one I think is going to be a great upgrade. iPad Air built for Apple Intelligence. But once again, you get all these Apple Intelligence features even on the M2 iPad Air. All right, so they just go over a lot of Apple Intelligence features. Okay, all new Magic Keyboard for iPad Air. So the all new Magic Keyboard for iPad Air expands what users can do at an even lower price. The larger built-in trackpad brings greater precision for detail-oriented tasks. So, okay, you get a larger trackpad that was also introduced with the M4 iPad Pro's Magic Keyboard. You also get the 14-key function row that allows access to features like screen brightness and volume controls. That's also something that they brought from the Magic Keyboard for the iPad Pro. It attaches magnetically in the smart connector. That's something that we've always seen with all Magic Keyboards. But now, you get a machined aluminum hinge that includes a USB-C connector. So once again, you always had a hinge before, but now it doesn't have that rubber covering that the previous Magic Keyboard has. Now it's literally identical to the Magic Keyboard of the iPad Pro. It's that same machined aluminum hinge that kind of looks slimmer now. It's really, really neat, but I kind of wish that they brought the all aluminum surface of the Magic Keyboard of the iPad Pro onto the iPad Air. But once again, they did reduce the price. So now it's $269 for the 11-inch model and $319 for the 13-inch model. It comes in white now as well, which I thought it always came in white. Also, Apple updated the standard iPad as well. So now it's updated with double the starting storage and the A16 chip, which means no Apple Intelligence, because in order for you to get Apple Intelligence, you have to have a device with an M1 chip or later, or a A17 Pro chip. So you're not gonna get that here. So it is now 30% faster from the previous generation iPad, which had the A13 Bionic. So from A13 to A16, you are going to see a massive improvement. Apple is saying you're gonna see a 50% improvement in overall performance. And the updated iPad is now up to 6 times faster than the best-selling Android tablet. I wonder what the best-selling Android tablet is, but let's see. Talks about iPadOS 18, but once again, I hate it when they talk about like the software, because you can get that with the previous generation as well. So nothing here is different at all. Then they talk about the environment and how, you know, as part of the Apple 2030, their goal of being carbon neutral and stuff like that. This kind of seems like a lazy announcement. Even the graphics and the promotional images that I'm seeing here is literally from like the previous generation. All they're saying now is that you get the, you know, the new chip basically. And the same goes for the iPad Air as well. Let's see. So when you go on the iPad Air page, yeah, like literally the same thing. It just says built for Apple Intelligence now and stuff like that. But yeah, everything is pretty much the same. All right, same colors. All right, so one thing I'm noticing here is on the very back of the iPad, they're no longer writing out iPad. You know, like on the previous generation iPad, it says iPad. Here it's like super clean. There's no text or anything like that at all. So that's something new. But of course, I'm gonna get my hands on both the standard iPad and the M3 iPad Air. I'm gonna review it for you guys. I'll do a full unboxing as well. So stay tuned to my channel to check that video out, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time.